As I mentioned earlier, today is National Parks Day, which means that it is an annual event the third Saturday of every July. So today is the third Saturday of July. It's today. Highlights of importance of parks is kind of the focus of the day. So maintaining healthy and resilient ecosystems is something that parks can contribute, protecting critical habitat for species at risk, and contributing to human health and well-being. There are many types of green spaces, whether it's national parks or backyards. It's not supposed to say turban, it's supposed to say urban parks, and provincial parks. And actually this summer I'm exploring some as I'm hosting some camping trips throughout Ontario. So there's also national parks that exist, which is a countrywide system of representative natural areas of Canadian significance. By law, they are protected for public understanding, appreciation, and enjoyment while being maintained in an unimpaired state for future generations. So that's the description that Parks Canada uses. In Canada, there's 46 national parks, which are managed by Parks Canada, and they're governed by the National Parks Act. So this is the map of the national parks. The green is national parks that are on land, and the blue writing, for example, Guayhanas and Lake Superior and Phantom 5, the Saguenay St. Lawrence, those are marine parks that are also considered national parks. Here are some photos of me exploring national parks, which I am really grateful for those experiences. There's some really nice beauty to explore in Canada, and to be able to just go and be in. There's everything from the ocean to the lakes to the trees. Like, it's really nice, and the activities that exist in these parks are quite diverse. So within parks, there's this movement that exists at the global level, which recognizes the fundamental connections between human health and environmental health. And it's called Healthy Parks and Healthy People. It originated from Victoria in Australia. And its focus is on the impact of disconnecting from nature and what it means, the impact of disconnecting from nature and what it means to be healthy humans. So it really shows how nature is good and even essential for human health. And this is an interdisciplinary subject across multiple fields, whether it's more religion or science or physical health. There's all sorts of groups that say, and fields of study that say being in nature is a good thing. So there are countries that have taken this concept, healthy parks and healthy people, into their parks and public health outreach programs. In Ontario parks, they've supported this movement since 2015, and they've actually done two main focuses. So every August they have a 30 by 30 challenge, which is where people are encouraged to try and be outside in nature every day of the month. And then also on the 1st of January, there's called First Day Hikes, where people are able to get outside in nature and go for hikes to kick off the year on a good note. There's all sorts of benefits for parks. So it ranges from community revitalization, community engagement, economic development, safer neighborhoods, green infrastructure, helping children to learn, improving public health, arts and cultural programs, promoting tourism, and growing cities in a smart way, as well as, of course, climate change management. They really are the heart of communities, and they're not just adding a green space to beautify them. It's a lot of different ways that they're being used. From a personal standpoint, they're also having direct health benefits. So they lower your stress, they lower depression, they increase happiness, improve sleep, increase productivity, increase self-esteem, can lower the risk of heart attacks by 50%, and they reduce the risk of mental health challenges, as well as also combat chronic disease. So there's a lot of reasons to be in nature and to be outside. However, because we're in a time of COVID, sometimes, depending on what the state of the world is, it's not possible to go out to them directly. So there's in fact lots of different webcams that exist that are live across the country to be able to see and experience these beautiful places without actually traveling to them. So last night I was putting this slide together and I looked at the Niagara Falls webcam and I saw that Niagara Falls was lit up in red and white. And so I think if you open it up now, there will probably be, you know, the day with maybe some boats around as well. For the Orca Lab, that's where some whales are. So you could perhaps see some whales jump or be able to go see people surf and have fires on the beach in Tofino. For me, one thing that's really important is a park called Gatineau Park, which is just located north of Ottawa, which has a lot of endangered species, as well as also beautiful space to be outdoors. It's currently governed by the NCC, and it's used for all sorts of activities, from hiking, cross-country skiing, camping, paddling, and rock climbing. However, Gatineau Park does not have the permanent legal protection provided to real national parks. So without getting this type of legislation, it has the same oversight given to all our, it does not have the same oversight given to the other national parks, which are protected by the National Parks Act. So currently and continually on, unless it is going to be protected, and until that point, housing development, construction of shopping centers, and the creation of roads are expected within this beautiful area that means a lot to this area, the people in this area, but also whoever comes and visits. I know I've heard stories about people arriving in Canada and seeing Ottawa and going to Gatineau Park and just seeing how beautiful it is. And I really want to try and protect that. So I want to share with you ways to protect that, and if there's areas that are near where you are that you want protection as well, some of these concepts might help as well. So the first thing is to contact the minister responsible for the area. So in this case, it's Anita Anand. Your local MP, so whether or not you're actually living in Gatineau Park or near it, you can contact your local MP and still support it. The mayors and city councilors in the area, the National Capital Commission, as well as also to volunteer. I volunteer for the Canadian CPAWS, Canadian Parks and Wilderness Society. And I have gotten involved with trying to raise awareness to Gatineau Park specifically, but if you want more information about it, I'd be happy to talk to you, and feel free to reach out to CPAWS directly, which is the Ottawa Valley, or whatever is in your area. So here are some photos of Gatineau Park. The one on the left is Luskville Falls, which is a beautiful hike. It takes about 3 hours, but it's a really nice place to go. And the one on the right is just off a trail called Skyline, and this is a nice marsh. And the challenge that I give to you today, because it is National Parks Day, is to go for a walk. Get outside, feel the fresh air, enjoy it, and spend some time in nature.